Hello, hello, back again. I am going to open this up because I'm Devin. This is Devin Talks Tabletop, and this is the Open That series where I open things that haven't been opened yet. And this game has not been opened. So, for context, I played Dinosaur World, the one that most recently fulfilled to backers. I played that at Gen Con. We played, I think, 3 out of the 4 rounds. We pretty much almost finished. It was just the demo place was closing down and we didn't have time to finish the game. And I. Messy. I liked it, but I didn't love it. I thought it was a little bit of a table hop for what it was. I mean, it was ginormous. We played a 4-player game. And it would probably, we actually didn't have table on kind of those plasticky picnic tables that they have at convention halls. We really didn't have enough room for it. And that was with just, 4 people on a pretty long table. And it was fun. It was interesting. It's honestly made me worry that maybe I wouldn't like Suburbia, but maybe Suburbia does its stuff better. But for that game, it was just it didn't interest me enough to justify the time, and also I didn't feel like it capitalized effectively on player satisfaction. Like I was building out tiles for my dinosaur park, but when I actually would send my Jeep through it, it's quite restricted, and I didn't feel like I actually got a lot of joy out of doing that. It didn't feel as satisfying as I wanted it to for building out my world. And there are games where, I do feel a certain level of satisfaction based off of what I've built over the course of the game. And this one, it was a good game. It just wasn't the right one for me. And I didn't feel like it hit the higher level of player satisfaction. So that brings us to this game, which is Dinosaur Island, which was the one that came before, but it's not Dinosaur Island. It's Dinosaur Island Rawr and Write, which is the roll and write version of Dinosaur Island. And, similar in some ways, I imagine, having not played it, obviously, to Dinosaur World as well. But I heard that this did a pretty good job of distilling down the experience of creating a dinosaur park, but it did it in a little bit of a chunky roll and write fashion. And so whenever Pandasaurus had a sale, at the time that I grabbed That Time You Killed Me, the kind of 3D time traveling chess game, I also grabbed this because I thought that it was a good time to maybe check it out and see the potential there. And I have no clue about it. I just know that it's denser than some roll and writes, but also fun and satisfying. It comes with all of these chunky dice, which kind of reminds me of the DNA strains that you use to create certain dinosaurs, and then also certain actions and coins or money value. So it looks like these dice maybe give you the workers or actions to perform certain things, also the DNA strands that allow you to craft or make certain dinosaurs, and then also money. So it looks like possibly just based off the iconography that I recall from playing Dinosaur World at Gen Con, it looks like this uses a similar, visual system. And so you've got, your 5 dice on either side. Those nestle in there quite nicely, so I'm just going to keep that like that. And I don't need this bag anymore for that. Got a pink cube that I'm guessing tracks where you're at somewhere as a group, not necessarily. There's some cavities in here that I don't really understand. Maybe those are like for pencils or stuff, or maybe there's extra content that you can get. This is really all there is. There's just the bag, which... Is there like a punch board or something that I'm supposed to have? I don't know. What's the content? I don't know if I'm missing something, Pandasaurus. I'll get to that. Components. A game board. So I've got that. A dice bag. I've got that. A first season marker, or a season marker, which is probably the cube. And then the first player marker, 10 dice, 2 park sheet pads, 20 specialist cards, 20 building cards. So these are the AI and the specialist and the building cards. So these should be 50 cards here, which feels like it's probably 50 cards. Yeah, so a strange insert, to be honest. I guess you can store pencils in here. Those dice, they kind of fit down there, but I don't think they're supposed to, because they nestle nicely up here, all 5 of them. So, the little tab's not wanting to come open. So, here I am. I'm back, and at the end of the day, all I'm really trying to do is open this. I actually even think I pinched the little edge of that trying to open this, and it just was not effective. So I guess I'll use the pen, or the knife. Yeah, so you didn't really miss anything in that little jump cut there. I just got a phone call, which I shouldn't have, because I was on Do Not Disturb. So I don't know why that happened. But yeah, I just figured, roll and writes is a genre that I'm interested. Looks like 2010. So that works. I'll just dump those in there. It's a genre that I am interested in exploring more, and I decided that a safe choice would be that if I didn't like it as a massive board game, maybe I would like it as a more approachable, smaller experience like this. And that was my mindset. That was my mentality for picking, this Rawr and Write game. I'm excited to see how the dice functions in terms of, being the new action selection or, roll process for a roll and write. I think that the randomness of it, I've really enjoyed Railroad Inc. I really enjoyed Hadrian's Wall. I'm interested in trying other ones like Fleet, the dice game. And I think that the randomness of this and the scaled down version will make me enjoy the overall process more than I did when it was a big, expansive board game experience. And so, Pandasaurus Games. This is telling me about Dinosaur World. Dinosaur Rawr and Write. So it says you draft dice and then use those dice as workers in a worker placement phase. So I like that. Then a fun polyomino puzzle ensues as you try and fit all of your attractions and dinosaurs into your park while buildings, roads, and routes to the exits for bonus points. Make dinosaurs, hire specialists, and create the most exciting park as you can. So the reason why I think I'm going to like this more than World is it does several things like Railroad Inc., where you're trying to connect exits and stuff for bonus points. It uses dice as worker placement, which the other one didn't. And then it's a fun polyomino puzzle. So I think in the game Dinosaur World, at least, and I know that Dinosaur Island is Dinosaur Island, not Dinosaur World, but to me they're interconnected because that's the only context and experience I have. In Dinosaur World, you were trying to build out your park, and there was a little bit of nuance to where you place stuff because adjacency gives you better bonuses. But at the end of the day, it's more so about effectively using the DNA that you get and getting the right tiles and stuff maybe before other players. In this, though, your function is that fun polyomino puzzle, and you're trying to work against, Tetrising a park together, which I think that will excite me more than the process did in Dinosaur World. So that's why I'm excited about this. I don't really need this one. This is just, I bought the loop, haven't played it yet. I bought the loop at PAX, but I got that Time You Killed Me before PAX, and I really have enjoyed the Time You Killed Me. Excited to try Rawr and Write. I have the mind. I think it's a good, experience and kind of like party game trick. And then Dinosaur Island, which this seems, based off of. But kind of looking at it, I think I'm just excited that I have this rather than the two larger games. And Brew is another one that I'm excited to try out at some point. That one has looked very pretty. Godspeed has always interested me, but I've never kind of bit the bullet on it. But I'm excited. I think this is going to be maybe the version that if I like Dinosaur Island, Dinosaur World, I'm thinking this might be the iteration of it that I appreciate the most. But Dinosaur Island, Rawr and Write from Brian Lewis, David McGregor, and Marissa Misura. So I'm excited about it, interested to check it out, and I think that's all, folks. What's up, Doc? Looney Tunes timestamp. I'm going to put this sharp object up, and I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you later. Bye.